Arsenal win. My weekend's not ruined. Oh my gosh. It's 3 points on the table. On the table. Arsenal 3. Leicester 1. 3 points for Arsenal. Get in. Mikel Arteta leads Arsenal to 3 points on the table. We'll get into it. Yes, it's a good win. Good win for Arsenal today. Not many people expected Arsenal to win today, but we did. And you could say quite convincingly. Um, big, big win. Big win. A lot of players turned up today. And listen, let's get it right. Not a lot of people thought that we would turn up today, especially looking at put it like this. Not a lot of people would have thought that we would turn up today, and then we did in a mad way, in a mad way. So big up, big up to all the Arsenal players there. Yeah, good win, good win. Listen, Arsenal Arsenal came into this game against Leicester not looking we have like they had any confidence in the side. I genuinely didn't think we were going to win today's game. This is before the lineups come in. But then you know what? Victory is due to you. Like last week, people were surprised that we got through the Europa League after the way we started the game, and after the first 60 minutes, you get a win. Confidence starts brewing, and you get another win like today. Shane says credit where credit is due. Arsenal played very well and fully deserved the win. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. We definitely deserve to win today. Big up everyone in the chat. We got Wilson here. Big up, big up Wilson for being in. Afternoon Skills is in there as well. Big up everyone. Good 3 points today. And a good win. Good win for Arsenal back on the trail. You did say, Wilson, that Arsenal would not lose. But you didn't say we'd win. You didn't say we'd win. No, nowhere like that. Jordan, fair enough, Jordan. You did say that you do come in here and say when you're wrong, and you were wrong. Leicester was shocking, and Arsenal played well. We got the win, and on to Burnley. Burnley and Dash Masterclass. Jordan's got that in already. We'll get to that. We'll get to that next week. But listen, today the first thing we got to say is Willian man of the match. Is that all we're saying here? Willian was man of the match today. Um, and yeah, really helps us to get the win. And you know what? Before we actually get into the game, um, talking about that lineup first of all, a lot of people were surprised at the lineup. Me and Wilson had a conversation last week about yesterday about what we thought the lineup's going to be. Um, 6 changes in all, and you know what? I'm not mad. Weren't mad at it at all. Listen, you played 48 hours ago, less than 48 hours ago against Benfica in a tough game. We didn't get back until Friday. Traveled up to Leicester. Look, some of the guys were boxed. They had to get rested. They had to get rested. I know people saying that Arsenal don't play for another 6 days, um, and maybe it's an excuse to look out for if you don't win today. When you win today, you say, you know what? Saka got a full 90-minute rest. Aubameyang got an 80-minute rest today. Partey got 30 minutes in his legs coming back from injury. Just think, actually, after the win, it's a brilliant result. You rest half the team. Gabriel doesn't play today, gets a rest. And then you got 6 days till Burnley, so you get a good week's rest for those guys that have played. And also, it's beyond Thursday. You have to look back. You have to look back past Thursday to the week before. We played Man City with a full strength side. We played Olympiacos the week before that, and Leeds before that with a full strength side. So we've had 4 games in a row where we've played our full strength, hadn't had a chance to rest. You could argue Leicester coming into this game after their exploits on Thursday night, and obviously their injuries coming into the game, and you know they couldn't rest all of their players. And I think Barnes didn't start last week. He started today, but most of the team played on Thursday, and they looked absolutely bucked out there. And Arteta got this one spot on. Credit credit to Arteta, where it's due. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant today. Done the job. As Wilson's saying, outstanding, outstanding from Pepe and Willian. Never thought I'd say that. I'd never thought I'd say that Pepe and William were outstanding, but he's right. He's right. Arsenal did show character, and Arsenal got the result that so many people thought we weren't going to get today, including myself. I didn't have Leicester to win. I had Leicester to lose today's game 2-1, and we'll get to the predictions and where we are in terms of Ramsey versus Arsenal. But it's a big step for Arsenal. 37 points in the league now, one step closer to that all important 40 points, and the relegation scares will be over, I guess, isn't it? That's what we were talking about a few months ago. So big up to Arsenal for getting the win. Wilson said he's very surprised that Arsenal beating Leicester. I never saw that coming. No, I don't think anyone saw that coming. Brilliant start. Brilliant game today, but a poor start, and we can't let this one slide. We let Tielemans run at the defence. I know he's not normally the main threat. Obviously, the main threat comes from Vardy, but in a game where there's no Maddison, you probably expect someone like Tielemans to step up, and he did, and he literally picked up the ball and ran towards the defence and put the ball in the back of the net. No one came to him. No one put a challenge in. Mari let him run. Xhaka couldn't get back because him and Tierney were pressed up on. Him and Willian, sorry, were pressed up on the halfway line, and yeah, we just let him run through. I think Tierney was up the other end of the pitch as well, so he was nowhere near, and we let him take a shot, and he scored a goal. So yeah, very poor defending from Arsenal. I'm just looking at it again there. Mari just has to close him down. It's poor for us, Arsenal, to let him get into that position and take the shot. It's dreadful defending, and a bad start again after we started so bad against Man City. And a lot of people would have thought we would have crumbled. A lot of people would have thought, having done what we done in that game against Man City, and we lost, that we wouldn't have been able to get Arsenal back. But we've done it, and the Willie man has done it again today. After that, though, it was literally a Willian and Pepe masterclass. They both stepped up the game in a game where you wanted them to, and they turned on the style as the video says. They turned on the style. They were hungry. They showed a bit of hunger. Pepe had Thomas on absolute toast. He didn't know which way to go, fouling him left, right, and centre. Tierney, the referee, Paul Tierney, said to Thomas, "Do it again. You're going to get booked." He did it again, got booked. And then Willian with the free kick, good ball in. David Luiz heads Arsenal 1 in front. And just before that, we'll touch on that briefly. Pepe was fouled on the edge of the box. The ref, I keep calling him Tierney because you're going to get confused. The referee gave a penalty kick. And it looked like it was in the area at first thought. So you thought he hit Tielemans, who stuck a leg out, but it was actually ND from behind taking out Pepe's leg, and I think that was right. I don't think that was a penalty, to be honest. If it was outside the area, if it was a free kick, I ain't got no complaints about that. And I'm being honest, I wouldn't have said it if we lost the game. I don't think it was a penalty. However, where it was clear as day penalty, Pepe picks up the ball in the same position again. This time, no one closes him down, gets a shot off, and indeed his hands way up above his head. You cannot do that in the Premier League at the moment with VAR. And I'm surprised it wasn't given straight away, because I could see his hands raised from where I was sitting. I was thinking, how is that not given as a penalty? But then VAR looked at it, and this time went the other way. So the first time they disallowed it or said it's a free kick. The second time they said it was a penalty kick, and Lacazette tucks it away comfortably. So good finish from Lacazette, good penalty. I was confident with him. He's a penalty taker. We got a lot of penalty takers in the side. Aubameyang, Pepe, Lacazette. So I wasn't actually worried that he was going to miss the penalty. It was a good penalty. It was a good strike. Sent Schmeichel the wrong way. Put us 2-1 up, and a good time to score. 2-1 up before half time. And then Barnes gets injured for Leicester. Did he get injured before? I know he might have got injured just after actually. Okay, then we got the third goal after half time. Good run from Pepe, puts the ball out wide, drags Soyuncu with him as he runs in. And then Willian again tucks it through a man's legs, and Pepe has an empty net to just pass the ball into. Sonchu dragged out of the place, and yeah, and then Leicester have Evans and Barnes off injured as well. So that that was unfortunate for them. We also had Emil Smith-Rowe come off injured in the first half. I hope that's not a serious injury because I wanted him to have a good game today, and he was bright as well, but unfortunately didn't make the end of the first half. So Erdegaard come on, and I thought Erdegaard had a good game. Yeah, Leicester's injuries cost them, but they were so bad anyway. Like they didn't really offer nothing at all. Kelechi Iheanacho needs to never play number 10 again. I'm sorry, he's not that guy. He's not a number 10. He should never be a number 10. He should never be played in that position. If you're gonna play him, you play him up top. You may go 4-4-2. I think Brendan Rodgers got it wrong with that. I'm surprised he didn't play Under in that position or someone else who can drive at a defense from a number 10. And actually, is a striker playing in the number 10. And listen, I know people say it's close. You can play a striker there. And we've tried it before. We've played Lacazette there, and it's not always worked. I think sometimes you got to play your striker in the striker position because it just didn't work at all for Leicester. And now with a big Barnes injury, with Barnes, Madison, maybe Evans now out, Justin as well, they're going to have big problems going forward for the rest of the season. And listen, question marks will be asked about Brendan Bottlejob again if his team can't get over the line after doing so well all season to get where they are. I'll be surprised if they go and bottle it again. But listen, the Premier League ain't easy. You start dropping points like they did today, and listen, we absolutely outclassed Leicester. There's nothing they can say about that. We dominated them from start to well from their goal to the end of the game. It was all Arsenal. They had a couple of chances. But for me, Arteta got it spot on with the rest of the players, and Brendan Rodgers got it spot off, um, as you can say. And now you listen and you say, look, another 3 points. We start to climb the table. Job done for Arteta in that sense of the word. So yeah, listen. I'm happy with that. Absolutely happy. I would say Spurs today. And then I'm pretty sure they play Leicester in midweek. So that would be interesting to see how they get on against. Obviously, they're already losing to Spurs today anyway. But if they then lose again in midweek against Leicester, you wonder what sort of fitness they'll come into the Arsenal game in, and where will we be? We obviously had a week's rest. They had, I think theirs were a game in hand, so they're catching up. And it looks like Harry Kane has just put them 2-0 up. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see whether they can turn things around because if they're coming in off 2 losses, I think we can beat Burnley comfortably next week. I know it's away from home, but we need to get our revenge. We're getting our revenge back on the teams that done us in early on. Leicester done us in with a late goal at the Emirates. Burnley done us in last week, so hopefully we can catch up to them as well. Um, so Wilson believes that we can beat Burnley and Spurs. Listen, the Spurs one's going to be tough, depending on what happens. Spurs are 2-0 up as we speak, so they could go on to do bits going forward. So we'll see what actually happens with Spurs in the next few games. Obviously, Europa League sandwich in between that as well. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how they get on, how Spurs get on, and we'll assess that game as we get closer. We may even have a guest on the show talking about that. Willian and Pepe caused us so much problems. They did absolutely dominated. Yeah, Smith Rowe's injuries were unfortunate. I'm just hoping that it's not serious and that we do get him back soon. But yeah, all in terms of Leicester, it's all about them and Chelsea now. Chelsea and Liverpool. Can they close the gap on Leicester? We'll probably speak about that on the podcast. But listen, it's a big result for the other chasing pack. I'm sure Man United and Chelsea fans will be happy that we got the win. But in reality, today was all about Willian. Willian stepped up to the plate. I know Pepe did well, and I rate Pepe for doing well. But listen, all the talk was about Willian before the game. Why is he playing? He should never have played, and he stepped up to the game. So credit to Willian. Done very well on that. I want to share with you my Ramsey versus Arsenal as we go on for the season. Um, Ars- Arsenal on 37 points. I'm on 42 points. So I've got Arsenal 5 points ahead of where they should be. Also remember, I predicted that Leicester would win. Yes, I predicted yesterday that Leicester would win today. So I could have maybe been on 45, but I generally thought Leicester would win today's game. So I've got them on 42. Arsenal catching me up now on 37 points, just 5 points off where I thought Arsenal would be at this stage of the season. And now, listen, we just got to go on and win our games. As I said, the Europa League has to be the priority, and I think it will continue to be. But now, can the rest of the squad fight for their place in the squad now? Arteta's got a job to do on the weekend. Arteta on the weekend has got to now look at Arsenal and say, does he play with Willian against Burnley? Does he play Pepe against Burnley? I think one of them will start along with Saka now, and I think no one will be mad at that. I think Saka's guaranteed he will start after he's rested if he's fit. I think Aubameyang will start. Erdegaard will start if Smith-Rowe's out injured, and you got Willian or Pepe on the left, and I think either one deserves to start against Burnley. So that could be interesting to see what he does. I think it'll probably be Pepe, but we'll see what happens. Partey could come back. Looks like he'll come back in, and then he's got a choice what to do in defence. Mari had a decent game after the mistake, but I made a big mistake in the up to the goal. So does he go with him? I thought David Luiz done quite well, took his goal well with a header, and was quite comfortable all game. Cedric was all right. I mean, a few crosses that went wayward. This is what I'm saying. Like, Cedric isn't Claire of Bellerin at all. I'm sorry, he's not. He should be our backup right back, no matter who we get this summer. Whether we keep Bellerin, I don't think we should. But if we buy someone else, Cedric should be our backup right back. I don't want Cedric to be our right back going forward. I just don't feel like he's good enough. But he had a decent game. I can't be mad at him. And of course, Kieran Tierney just doing Tierney things. So listen, I'm happy. I'm happy with the result today. Good win, and we move on. We move on to Burnley on Sunday, on Saturday, next Saturday, early kickoff. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Arsenal beat Leicester 3-1, and my weekend is not ruined. Guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you smash that like button, share the content out, and subscribe if you're new around here. Subscribe to the channel. We're on social media as well. Follow us at Neeks Sports on all of our social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Yeah, follow us up, Neeks Sports and everything. Guys, that's it from me. That's it from Arsenal. A Willian and Pepe masterclass as Arteta gets it right, and Arsenal beat Leicester. We move.